TargA versus Jinro. Game 2 will be played on Ohana. I can already spoil you guys that before we are actually in the game.
So here's the story of Rotti's ears.
Do we really
Kev,
need to do that?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I mean, because Kev, I mean, you have this like big, like strong, manly persona, but people shouldn't forget that you're very dainty. and at ESL we use different headsets that actually covered your ears. And Kevin would get like the gnarliest rash on his ears from the headsets, and he had to put this lotion on them to keep him from getting all messed up. And it never failed. Whenever we would go to a tournament in another country, he would first forget his room key and wake me up at 4 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, or 6 in the morning, because he never would remember his hotel room key. And he would always go out. He's like, all right, Ben, I'm going out. I'm like, okay, don't forget your room key. He's like, all right. And then 6 a.m., he would knock at the door. And it was really funny because he would always knock really quietly, like he didn't want to wake somebody up.
You know, a good guy, Rotti, even in the middle of the night.
Really, really quiet. I really don't want to wake him up, but I need into the room. And I would always hear it, and I would just lay there. Just would make that bastard wait. But he would always forget his room key, and he would also always forget his lotion for his ears, and they would always get really nasty.
Yeah, it's actually a really big problem. I didn't have it for a long time. I mean, I guess people have no idea what to imagine of that problem, but it hurted so much that I actually couldn't sleep because the moment I would lean on my ear, it would wake me up because it hurted so much.
It looked like his ears had leprosy.
Yeah, and there was a lot of blood involved.
Blood and like pus.
Like
if you would ever have to use the headset after Kevin, it was really gnarly.
Yes.
It's like sticky and there's like
I would clean them. But
gunky stuff all over it. It was really gooey. Like I felt really bad for Rob Simpson in Sao Paulo because he had to use your headset, and like he picked it up and it was like stuck to the desk from your ear.
You're making it sound way bad, way worse than it actually is. I always clean it, but yeah, it was tough times.
I am embellishing.
My skin is very sensitive for a lot of things, and like in warm conditions, having like a leather headset on top of it doesn't really benefit me. Anyways, Ben, let's focus on game 2 between TargA and Jinro. TargA, who played excellent in game 1 once more. I still question that decision of Jinro to pick up all those Marines, because if he would have just fought that fight, I think he would have killed quite a few Lings, and perhaps that counter wouldn't have dealt the amount of damage that it actually did.
I do not disagree with that assessment at all. I also do not understand why Terran players refuse to build a single siege tank before 12 minutes. I also don't understand why more Zergs don't do stuff like that in this metagame. Why don't they do it, Kev?
Yeah, I know. I mean, you've been saying it for a long time, man. You've been proving right. Then again, the game has changed, man. People want to be more active, want to deny bases with bio units. With tanks, of course, kind of force you to be a bit more defensive, and perhaps just kind of takes away the power of a couple of timing push.
Command center going down for Jinro in his natural. It's going to be a 1-Rax fast expand into double gas. I'm going to go ahead and call Cloak Banshee follow-up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's also a very popular build here in the NASL. We've seen it a lot. Oh, Jinro. No, I was supply block for just a few seconds, so no biggie. We've seen, like, certainly the Korean Terrans, Gunzi and Rain. I've seen them doing it a couple of times.
And Jinro's always really up to speed.
Even Puma, by the way. Puma lost his opening too.
Jinro's always really up to speed with those Korean builds, so he's sitting at the cutting edge of the metagame.
Man, I cannot imagine Jinro going 0-4. That would be still such a good Terran player.
Yeah, he's a great Terran player, and he's just had a tough time recently. He's going to make some reactor Hellions, so prior to any sort of Banshee play, if he goes Banshee at all, there will be Hellions out on the map for the map control. He's so good with his Hellions. He really delayed all of TargA's ability to spread creep and get his early game going for such a long time. And as you pointed out, he may have misplayed that engagement with the Zerglings a little bit, but in general, his Hellion control is just excellent.
I just want to address the issue once more regarding Hawk versus Sen, by the way. A lot of people were really disappointed and thought that we didn't say that on purpose or something. We actually really did not know that. We were completely unaware of this. The game was supposed to be played live, so basically they were supposed to play right now. But yeah, Sen just wasn't there. He didn't show up. Hawk waited, and then the admins made the call, and they just gave us the news live on the broadcast as well that best of 3 unfortunately wouldn't be played. So for the people just tuning in and wondering what happened versus Hawk, or what happened between Hawk and Sen, that is what happened. And yeah, we are really sad about it, but I'm starting to get over it, man. Yeah. Life goes on.
You were so mad though. You were on the verge of yelling.
No, I was just disappointed.
Your voice was escalating. It made me scared. You know how when you're a little kid and your parents fight and it scares you?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was scared. Like I wanted to cry a little bit. I did, and I was like, tonight I'm just going to lay in bed and I'm going to pray to God, please God, make Kevin less mad.
No, I'm not mad. I was just disappointed.
I don't want him to leave me for another caster.
You know. Well, if anything, I should say that to you, because I don't know who's always like messing on the sides with other people. That's not me, Ben. That's you. I'm
What are
loyal.
you talking about, man? I'm waiting for the day that Roddy and Grubby cast together.
I've seen you with Calder. There was some love there. Yeah, I was jealous, I admit, but life goes on.
That was just a fling, man. I mean, you've seen Caldor.
Yeah,
he's a true specimen.
Let me guess, it meant nothing to you. I've heard this before. More and more drones on the way right now for TargA. And the Hydralisk Den is being morphed in as well. That's interesting, man. A Hydralisk Den in this phase of the game.
Oh, TargA. What are you going to do? I am so eager to see this.
Nidus Hydra?
Please do that. That would be amazing.
Amazing.
Man, if TargA does something with Hydras, we're going to call him up on Skype and interview him. I don't care if this game was played a week ago. He's getting Hydra range.
Yep. Yeah, well, obviously...
That wasn't a misclick.
No, Nidus is being morphed in as well.
No, TargA.
Nidus Hydra. I mean, against Protoss, we all know it. Against Terran?
Against Terran that opens Starport and then gets another third command center.
Oh, what is this Banshee gonna think when he's gonna fly into Hydra?
He's gonna be like,
Jinro's gonna be so mad. He's like, how's it even possible?
What would Idris say if he saw this build?
Research.
I don't know. He would probably suspect that TargA is French Canadian, since he always blames it on them.
Oh man! So the Banshee does. Where is he? I hear him shooting.
Yeah, he's in the natural.
Oh, he's in the natural.
But here are the Hydralisks.
He's like, wait a second. This makes absolutely no sense. He's gonna manage to kill a Hydra. Will he?
Whoa, no. What?
No, he's gonna damage every Hydra.
Yeah, he's gonna damage every Hydra. Well, that's a strategy too. Overseas a little bit out of position, so maybe Jinro will be able to force once more. But did he? Yeah, he did spot the Nidus as well, Ben, and that's actually much more
important.
important.
What can he even do, man? He's starting siege mode in Stim, but this Banshee is gonna kill every single Hydralisk apparently because TargA just does not know where his overseer is. There we go. All right, so what the hell happens next?
Yeah, where are these Nidus going?
I don't think Jinro can hold this, man.
Yeah, but Jinro has to be so aware of the fact where and he's getting a lot of Hellions too. Hellions can be pretty good against Hydras.
Nidus is going to go down right outside of Jinro's front. He needs to get siege mode. He's got 30 seconds on siege mode. I
think he's going to be.
I think he's going to be dead.
You think Jinro's dead?
I think Jinro's dead.
You think Jinro's dead?
I think Jinro is DED dead.
We'll see, Ben. We have 11 Hydras, which is not even that much. We have 34 links as well, but 7 more Hydras on the way.
There are bunkers.
And siege mode is almost ready, Ben, and that one siege tank should be the hero of the day. Well, we have a queen as well.
Oh, and here we go. Ling's gonna get roast. No, don't do that, TargA. You need those Lings. And Hydralisk damage output. Oh, siege mode is done, so if Jinro's gonna hold, it's gonna be with the help of these siege tanks.
I think Jinro's gonna hold very easily, by the way.
No way, man. These Hydras are too good. Queen gonna poke forward at the. You know what? If this was with the new patch, with that new Queen range, TargA would win this game.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen. This attack fails miserably for TargA. Your calls have been pretty horrible today, man.
If he had gone instead of chasing that Banshee around for like half an hour, if he had just gone, Jinro was dead.
Yeah, but I felt the most important. Well, yeah, okay.
The most important thing is his 9-kill siege tank.
Yeah, that helped out a lot. But these 2 bunkers helped out quite a bit too, and all those Hellions helped out quite a bit too. And I think the fact that he saw the Nidus worm allowed him perhaps to position units all around his base, which also forced TargA to Nidus outside of his base, which all, of course, did not help.
Man, that would have worked if it had been 30 seconds faster.
Well, Jinro's on top of his game, man. What do you
Interesting thing about Hydras, you know they die to the same number of tank shots as Roaches?
No, I did not know that.
Yep.
And that's, of course, to do with the fact that Roaches are armored.
That is correct.
But
like, if you were ever weighing the efficacy of Hydras versus Roaches against tanks, Hydras are actually better. Well, barring the speed difference.
Yeah, I think that's a really big difference. And I think that's pretty important in RTS, man.
Yes, it is.
How quick units move.
It's an often overlooked thing. But TargA going to continue making use of this Nidus Worm. Drops a creep tumor at the front. It's going to be very hard for Jinro to take this third expansion because it will be covered in creep.
Jinro is going to use this one Banshee right now. He's going to activate Cloak to enter the main base of TargA, and he's going to pick up quite a few drones once more. Where is your overseer, TargA? There it is. It's a little far away.
Banshee's going to have a total of maybe 8 kills before it gets chased out of there. What?
Wow, once more
it just clicks on every drone.
Yeah. He damages 4 or 5 drones, but he doesn't kill any of them.
8 kills.
Yeah, he did kill one in the final. I mean, Jinro is right now, of course, in really good shape. He's on triple orbital. He has 60 SCVs. He has a perfect army against the units that TargA had before.
TargA's got this, man. Hydralisk Baneling.
Not bad.
Most legit army ever. And he's just expanding everywhere. TargA's like, okay, that didn't work. I'm just going to take every base and hopefully salvage this game. Obviously, he's in a really bad spot, like all jokes aside. But Pathogen Glands is finishing up. He's building some infestors. He's got banelings. He's getting some upgrades. So Jinro hasn't won this game yet. It's not over. He's still going to have to find and take a really good fight.
Yeah, and it seems like he wants to play this very safe, which surprises me a little bit. I mean, everything has been going well for him. You would say just with a couple of siege tanks and a couple of Sim Marines, he would have just gone for a counter push. And just try to straight out win the game. He also had a lot of Hellions, so that would have helped out a lot too. But Jinro is playing this super safe, which kind of allows TargA to get back into this game.
Okay, TargA was getting double upgrades. Oh, no, one of them finished. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so Jinro has taken this third expansion, so that's good news. I'm so interested in seeing how these Hydralisks play with the rest of the Zerg army. There's 9 Hydras in the mix. They're going to do a lot of damage. Mad DPS for the Hydralisk, Kev.
Yeah, but will they ever be able to deal that DPS, man? That's my question. Jinro's going to try to finally move out, and he's going to drop as well. He still has a massive army lead over TargA. Well, TargA just now made a couple of units. He's also getting hype, so I don't think Jinro's ever going to give him the time to get Broodlords out. There
was a time in the metagame of StarCraft 2 that Roach Hydra was the norm in ZVT.
I know, I remember this time.
And there was also a time when Artosis said Hydralisk Infestor is overpowered.
No, it's the future of ZVT, right?
Maybe that was the quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that on State of the Game once.
Yeah, it's the future.
And then like for the next week, I was playing with Hydralisk Infestor, and I was like, I don't know, Artosis. I think you might be wrong on this one.
Like, oh, I'll still have faith in my favorite caster. Dan is never wrong. He is really wrong, but yeah. I guess on that one he kind of dropped the ball.
On that moment, he maybe overestimated the Hydralisk a little.
Happened to the best of us, man.
Of course, that was also when Steps of War was a big map.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I was complaining about Hydras once. I thought they had too much DPS. Then they got nerfed. Thanks, Dave.
Pretty scary push here by Jinro, making his way down into the third base of TargA. TargA is going to go for it. Hydra Infestor in action. You've seen it now for the first time ever. Picking off the Metavax. Look at TargA go, man. Really does a lot of damage. Cleans up most of this push. But all those units on the high ground going to make additional fighting fruitless as TargA is forced to back up, at least momentarily.
Yeah, and also kill them. Oh, nice fungal right there by Jinro.
Look at these Hydras! One more fungal. You've got the energy. TargA, do it!
TargA's making a lot of
Okay, Hydra's just going to do it by themselves.
And his upgrades are almost ready as well. Jinro did force a cancel on this base over here. On the right side of the map, TargA going for it once more. Jinro, he has those tanks on the high ground, but...
Look at this one boss Hydra. He's got 8 kills.
Really?
And he's going to go for the tank. Oh, don't die, Hydra.
This is like TargA's hero of Warcraft 2.
I want TargA to make more Hydralisks. I don't care what the outcome of the game is. I just want more Hydras. Jinro really pouring on the pressure, though. Like, he's way ahead in supply. The 3-base economy working well for him here. He's able to produce so many units. He's got well-upgraded Marines. TargA trying to get some Ultras out.
Yeah, he's actually going Ultra, so he's not even trying to get Broodlords, which I guess makes a little bit of sense. I hear a Banshee harassing over here as well in the natural. So Jinro's just all over the place. He used that drop on the right side very well. Jinro did this well. Despite waiting for quite a while, his push was very well executed.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging it. TargA going to drop a couple more infested beach balls. But nothing doing there as Jinro closing in on the third base. Oh, the slugs. TargA really landing some good fungals there. But don't think it's going to be enough, Kev.
We still have all these tanks over here for Jinro as well. He has a lot of units, reinforcements coming in from the middle of the map, so I think you're right. TarGA's doing a pretty cute job here, often safe, huh? Or
no,
any other
not cute.
Savvy.
Savvy job.
A pretty savvy
Very
job.
savvy job by TargA. So strange synonym to cute. Savvy. How is cute even remotely close to savvy?
Don't ask me, man.
Those are 2 words that have nothing in common.
Awful. It's quite artful. Let's say he did an artful job with the infestors. That kind of makes sense.
I'm going to go with foxy.
You really like foxy, don't you?
I do. Those are some foxy Hydras. So.
Well, man, that means it's going to be 1-1. That means we're going to cast a game 3 as well. So that's
evens up the series.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. I'm starting to feel better and better.
Hats off to TargA for breaking the metagame.
Man,
That almost worked.
It was
That
cool.
almost worked.
an A for effort, right?
But it still did not work.
I like it.
That game brought to you guys by Kingston HyperX. It was the Kingston HyperX game to remember. And you should go check it out on YouTube if you're just tuning in. It'll be up tomorrow. Quick commercial break, and then the final game of TargA versus Jinro.